If you were planning on getting a new summer wardrobe, you better plan on shelling out some serious money.
That's right. Clothing prices just saw their biggest jump in 3 years as Americans continue to feel the impact of higher costs across the economy.
All right, so let's bring in our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. So how significant is this?
You know, when I think a lot of times when we talk about rising prices, it's gas, it's groceries, it's housing, but really over the last couple of years, clothing has really been a category that we haven't seen dramatically high increases, right? But up until right now, really. So data shows that clothing prices have jumped 4% in April. That's a 3-year high, and also the 5th consecutive month of prices rising in a row. And this really follows a time when clothing companies have tried to keep prices stable in order to remain competitive with one another, right? There's a lot of options out there for clothing these days, but I think now that we're seeing this 4% jump year over year from April, I mean, people might actually start noticing this now out in the stores.
Well, we know the war in Iran is causing some prices and other things to go up. What's driving this?
So there's a lot of things really kind of impacting these prices. Of course, you have the rising labor costs, you have higher shipping costs tied to the war in Iran, and also the tariff and trade uncertainties. But one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is that those higher oil prices don't just impact the shipping costs. They also make it more expensive to make clothing because a lot of fabrics are actually made out of polyester, nylon, and spandex, which are petroleum based. So there's a lot of ties there when it comes to oil prices. So when we do see a rise there, it directly impacts what it costs to make them, ship them, manufacturing them, and of course buying them.
Okay, Taylor, so with prices going up, has that had any impact on shopping trends?
It absolutely has. So we are seeing a rise in more Americans buying secondhand resale. There's a lot, again, there's more options out there online. The RealReal is one that I know is huge right now. People buying used clothing, and there's just more platforms like that out there. But according to a report by Capital One Shopping, the average American now spends hundreds of dollars a year on secondhand clothing. So I think consumers are just becoming more strategic when it comes to shopping, and this can just not be just because clothing prices are increasing, but we've seen prices across the board really increasing. So they're buying fewer items, waiting for sale, and just finding cheaper alternatives.
Okay, so what do you think this says about the state of the consumer as a whole right now?
Yeah, I think everyone is just more price conscious, again, with people buying the secondhand clothing. But I do think there was one interesting finding that I found researching this is we're also seeing a large uptick in secondhand luxury clothing. So just because people are buying fewer or buying used, it doesn't mean that they're not still wanting to buy nice. Of course, it will be cheaper than buying a luxury item straight from the store shelves. But yeah, I think just going back to people just being a lot more conscious about where their money is going. And if we continue to see clothing prices increase, I'm sure that will continue happening.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.